Welcome back to another Film Geek Movie Spotlight. Today I'm talking about the 1986 film Running Scared.
Number 5, would you step forward, please?
That's him. That's the one.
You have to be absolutely positive, sir.
I am absolutely positive. Who could forget that face? I saw it through the screen.
Turn to the right, please. Not you, sir.
Oh.
Number 5.
What the hell is this, man?
Just do as you're told, number 5.
That is definitely the one. You bastard!
Numbers 1 through 4. Thank you very much.
Running Scared is directed by Peter Hames, and it's starring Gregory Hines, Billy Crystal, Darlene Flugel, Joe Pantoliano, and Jimmy Smits. Two Chicago detectives have a close call with death, which causes them to reconsider their time on the force. They decide to retire and move to Key West, but before so, they're going to have to solve one last crime. Director Peter Hames recalled after he made the film, 2010, the year we make contact, he wanted to remain earthbound. He wanted to do a comedy that was not stupid, and a film that had action in it, but a film where the action was not mean-spirited or bloody or graphic. MGM came to Peter with a script about two elderly cops in New York who retire. He wanted to make it about two young cops in Chicago who didn't retire. Hines thought this opened up a set of casting possibilities to me that were fresh and gave the chance to visually use a city that's not used as much. Hines went on to say, there were a lot of cop movies around that time, so I decided that if I wanted to be interesting, I needed to do it with two actors that would not normally expect to see in an action film. So I wanted Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines. So I got them, and they were wonderful together. They just clicked. Running Scared was released June 27, 1986, and it grossed about $38.5 million. However, I'm not quite sure what the budget of the film was. I couldn't find any kind of estimated budget or anything all in it. All I could find was a short interview with Hines where he said the film didn't really cost that much to make. So I'm just going to assume that it didn't, and that, from what I've read, the movie did make a little bit of money. It was a mild success. $38.5 million in 1986 is a pretty decent haul. And critics were a little divided on the film. They didn't really understand the tone of the movie, and the fact that there's never really been an action comedy like this up to this point, they didn't really know what to do with it. They felt that the tone of the film was all over the place. One minute they're shooting and action, the next minute people are popping jokes. Critics didn't know what to do. It's only sitting on Rotten Tomatoes right now at a 57%. But as we all know, buddy cop films do become one hell of a hit. So what do I like about this movie? Well, first off, when you watch this film, you might think that it's a bit tropey. It's going to seem like that right off the get-go. But remember, it's the first of its type. It's the first kind of movie that tried to blend comedy and action, and no one knew really what to do with it. Nowadays, it just seems like 100 other different films. But the thing that still makes this movie absolutely wonderful and better than a lot of the buddy cop films that come after it is the chemistry between our two leads. Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines are just fantastic together. Their chemistry is outstanding, and it's really what sells this film. Billy Crystal was given the opportunity to just kind of riff and do improv throughout the entire film. The director of the movie admitted that he was not what would be considered a funny person, but he knew what good comedy was. And that was one of the main reasons he wanted Billy Crystal. He thought Billy Crystal was a really funny actor. He enjoyed watching him on the TV show Soap, his stand-up comedy and all, so he thought that he could bring a very good comedic edge to the film. Gregory Hines, also excellent actor, and he also thought that he could bring just something different to the role because nobody would expect a Broadway actor who was well known for tap dancing to play a kind of gruff, I guess you would say, cop. So it was a very different combination, which I feel made people really curious about the movie. The chemistry between the two of them is outstanding. The jokes are great. Gregory Hines is a really, really good straight man to Billy Crystal's constant joke cracking. And of course, like I said, the improv is outstanding. I don't know exactly how anybody on set was able to keep a face straight. There's a scene in this movie where Billy Crystal does this, I guess you would call it a prank phone call, and the entire thing was done on improv. And the entire, Gregory's just sitting there trying not to laugh. You can definitely see that he tried a few few different takes to be able to take that. Also, this film's action is well done, even though it is an action comedy. It's one of those that's a great 50-50 blend of both. The comedy is solid and the action in this film is well done. Yeah, it's not stupid, gory, there's not blood and guts flying everywhere, but it's done in a very grounded and real way. So, yeah, this is a very solid, very fun action comedy. If you would like to see an action comedy before there were action comedies. It's for its time, it was one heck of a unique film, and a lot of people didn't know what to make of it. I remember finally getting around to watch it on HBO. I was probably a little too young to quite understand everything that was going on, but I did like the action in the film. I enjoyed the laughs. There is some pretty good jokes done by Billy Crystal. I just really enjoy this film, and I want to get it out there yet again. It seems like, yes, it was popular when it came out, but as the years have gone by, it doesn't seem that a lot of people keep talking about this movie. So this is one that I think that if you are a fan of this genre, get out and check it out, because it's the it's the blueprint of every other one that followed. So if you're curious and you want to check this film out on streaming, well, good news. It is easy to find. It's on Pluto TV, Tubi TV. You can watch those for free with commercials. And if you're a subscriber of Paramount Plus, you can also find it there. So okay guys, that's all I have for you today. So if you liked what you saw here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.